Mitch down.
Yep. And plus, having like ensnaring bridge sideboard and worm coil engine and just the and walking ballista as well as answers as good cards against humans and answers against what they're doing makes this matchup I think very favored in for Mitch.
So I just really quick wanted to say something to the guy who messaged me on Facebook. I'm Zucked. He's a new guy in the chat. His name is I don't want to say his real name. His name on there is Daddy Dram 420. So he's like, just so I'm not confused, you're the guy I met at Game Storm. If you're here, yes, I'm the guy you met at Game Storm. What's up, brother? All right, back to this game. We got a crazy draw here from Mitch. Amulet of Vigors
See if Karn or
times 2 with Azusa on turn 2. Let's see what he's got there on turn 2. Oh my god, it's going to be a prime time on turn 2. We're just off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna go find 2 more bounce lands. Gonna produce 1,000,000 more mana. Maybe not 2 bounce lands. We'll see what he finds. Finds a Teleria West instead. So he's gonna just get to transmute this thing. Wow, look at this, dude. This is turn 2.
Yeah, he actually has lethal here if you went for it.
Did he?
Yeah, because he can haste the. Actually, I'm pretty sure.
Are you gonna get back on here?
Yeah. We'll go to sideboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh my god, he's already scooping.
Yep, that's lethal.
Holy cow. What the hell was that? I guess you don't need Karn if you're just going to kill him on turn 2. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I hate this format. And now the sideboard's like scrolling. I don't know what's going on anymore. So we got, hey, what is that thing? Move that. It's in my way. I can't read the numbers. I was just telling them, Dan, I hate this format. What the hell was that?
That was pretty sweet. So that's what happens when you get double Amulet out with the Amulet Titan deck. It lets you either just turn 2 kill with the Slayer Stronghold and Boros Garrison, and then you go you give the Titan +2/+0 in haste, and then you get +2/+0 in haste again, and then you can grab Vesuva and the second land, which I can't remember, gives a double strike, and you copy the Boros Garrison with Vesuva, and you get 2 untap triggers, so you can make white, red, and then give a double strike, and then hit for 20. Which you could have done, but he decided to go the long way and just make infinite Titans, which you can do with double with those as well, because it untaps the Simic Growth Chamber twice, and it also untaps the Teleria West twice. So you can make 4 blue total and 2 green with that. And because of that, you can transmute it and go grab a pact for another Titan, and then play another Titan off that as well.
So obnoxious.
And then you can just go infinite that way. So that's the line he took.
I don't even want to talk about the sideboards because I don't care.
Well, in this matchup, Gaddock Teague is like a house against Mitch's deck because Mitch does not have a lot of answers to Gaddock Teague. It deals with some of what Mitch is doing for sure. It stops him from like playing Karn, which I don't know if Lawrence is going to know is in his deck for sure. But I think that should probably be coming in. I think most should be what's interesting in the sideboard. And what's a main deck card in humans?
I mean, Mitch is going to bring in these 3 paths. He's going to bring in this Hornet Queen. The Ballista probably stays on the board. It's one of the better cards, but you just want to wish for it.
I think it's in the 3 path, the Hornet Queen. All of his wish board stays put. And Rexage could come in because it deals with any hate that's coming in against him, and it kills a Vial at the worst.
But it doesn't. He knows that it's not going to deal with any of the hate, in the sense that all of Lawrence's hate is creatures.
Well, it could be something like Damping Sphere, which I have seen out of humans. Sometimes they'll play Damping Sphere sideboard.
Yeah, but Mitch knows Lawrence.
Sure, but I think that just having it as a catch-all, which also will hit his Vial, is a reasonable one of, because you can always pact for it if you need it. So I think it's worth having in the deck versus not having in there and then wishing you had it.
I guess. Mm-hmm. It's just hard to sideboard cards in this deck because you have such a linear path.
Yep.
I don't even care. I hate this game. That was dumb.
Well, on Lawrence's side, you're going to get definitely the Knight of Autumns will come in. Being able to destroy Amulet is huge. And also potentially being able to violent answer to something like Bridge if it gets Karned into the game.
He doesn't have a lot, though.
Dismember would come in, too. Just as a way to remove... It's a way to remove Azusa
But it doesn't hit Titan.
Yeah, but if you're
The
able to
fact
stop
that it doesn't hit
Azusa,
Titan makes me want you not to bring it in because
no,
I
but
just want you to kill Mitch.
no, but you need to deal with Azusa because it stops him from like turn 2ing or turn 3ing a Titan because you can kill it in response to the first bounce trigger. So I think you definitely want the dismembers in this matchup, just as a way to remove Mitch's acceleration. Because if you can keep him on pace to cast Titan like turn 5, you're able to then kill him quick enough. But if you can turn 3 a Titan off of Azusa, it's really hard to come back from that with humans.
I don't know.
I think you probably just want the 2 Knight of Autumn, 2
Deck
Dismember,
does
and
need
2
to be
Gaddock
nerfed.
Teague.
Karn needs to be fucking nerfed. Card's too good.
See, like the thing with the Ammo Titan deck is that you get very like swingy draws. There's times where you'll turn to somebody like that, which happens probably close to like 10 or 15% of the time. But then there's a lot of times you'll just dirtle for a while and you won't have an Amulet out. And if you don't have Amulet, your deck is basically just a bad ramp deck because you keep bouncing lands back to your hand. And if you're playing it with Field of Ruin in it, it's even worse because it just sets you back like a whole turn.
Yeah.
Or a whole 2 turns at some time. So it can definitely be kind of rough against those like the more fairer decks that are running Field of Ruin in it.
I think that you could leave Karn in the format if you ban Mycosynth Lattice.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Just because like I think Karn opens up a lot of like different play lines that you wouldn't get otherwise. And the other thing it does is it also hurts your sideboarding strategy. So if you're playing against the deck like against blue-white control, the format of Karn tends to get kind of worse because a lot of the stuff you're wishing for doesn't do much against like blue-white. Like in the Tron deck or against like Amulet Titan or in Amulet Titan against blue-white or something like that, Chalice doesn't do much. Trinisphere doesn't do much.
Mycosynth Lattice does a lot.
I mean, Lattice ends the game, but being able to get 10 mana in order to Karn plus Lattice, and then not have your Lattice get countered as well, I mean, it's
It's
pretty
like the
late
only
game.
matchup where the Karn's bad, though.
Yeah, I would argue
Because
against
it's got
green,
just such a ton of free win matchups.
yeah, I would say against green black, I'd say it's slightly worse too because they have a lot of answers to both Karn and Lattice.
Yeah, but both those decks are like tier 2.
I don't know about that.
I do.
See, like right here's where I'd like to have the Dismember because you can just Dismember as first play there, and you get to still keep pace with your Vial activation.
See, I still just want Lawrence to, like, play disruptive creature threats.
Yeah, the problem is that next turn Mitch could play a Titan if he has Vial in hand.
I mean,
And if he
Dismember's
has
not going to
Azusa,
do a lot about
not
that,
Vial.
though.
Dismember would because it would stop. Yeah. So the Dismember here keeps him off of a lot.
I mean, the
because
fact that it kills the Tribe Scout makes me more inclined to bring it in. I forgot that the deck plays this card.
Yeah.
If it was only for the Azusa, I would not be inclined so much to bring it in.
Yeah, it's for all of his ramp because right now it stops him from playing Azusa this turn because he can play his it's not Vial, his Amulet of Vigor this turn, and then he gets 1 bounce line, which means he has 2 mana this turn, and he can bounce his Gemstone Mine if he chooses to take that line, but then he can't play Azusa. If he still had the Tribe Scout, he would be able to play Azusa this turn, and then potentially combo into Titan.
No, you're right. It's the fact that there's both the Tribe Scouts and Azusa is what I'm at, where I'm at.
Yep. So it looks like he's going to do this, and then he might play EE on 1. Oh, no, he's going to... Okay, so Stirring's into EE on 1, maybe? Which is also very strong.
Yeah. I mean, it forces Lawrence not to play any more 1-drops, and it's going to answer the 2 that are already in play.
Yeah, having the answer to Vial is huge.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks, too, because when he sees it come down, then he can't Vial in, like, a Noble or anything, because it's just going to get swept up.
He
So
could
Vial-
also not play it, and wait till next turn and play it and pop it on the next in the same turn, hoping to
Yeah.
nab one more thing.
So I think you just get it out there. Now, part of it is that...
My other reason for not playing it would be a Knight of Autumn.
Well, the Knight of Autumn's going to go after the Amulet of Vigor, most likely, which you're also going to blow up your Amulet by blowing up the EE.
Right, so that's why I'm more inclined to just, like, pop off your EE.
Well, I think you want to just play it out this turn. Just
Oh,
that
man,
way
is
you
he
have
putting
it out
another 1-drop into play?
there. Yeah, I think you need to do this just so you can race. Because you're going to get... I mean, it's going to get popped anyways, regardless of whether you have Noble or not, and this will let you speed up your next turn.
I mean, I think you save the Noble just... That feels really bad. I don't like playing that into an E on
Well,
one.
maybe, but if you have like two drops in hand, like if you have double Thalia's Lieutenant here, that's pretty major.
Well, then you just would
Um, or if you have
if you
something
have
like,
double Thalia's Lieutenant
yeah,
exactly. But if it's not exactly, that's just like a thrown away card for 2 damage. Like you turn your Noble Hierarch into a shock.
yeah, which like I don't know how much better it's going to be later game.
I mean, you can if it sits in play at all, and
Thalia's Lieutenant,
if
yeah,
it's only, even if it's just single Thalia's Lieutenant, I still don't like it.
yeah,
Like the Exalted trigger's worth more. You know what I mean?
sure. But there's also forces his hand, which will blow up his own vial. So it'll be really interesting to see how Mitch plays this turn. Because it looks like he doesn't have the kill in hand.
He's got a million lands and nothing.
Yeah, he has a bunch of lands. He has a
Teleria West,
Teleria West
though.
so they can transmute. But it looks like he doesn't have double blue, though, to transmute it. So he might just be stuck with playing the Teleria West this turn and then saying go. That EE is kind of brutal here because if he cracks it, then it sets Mitch back almost 2 full turns because his bounce lines aren't going to enter untapped.
Yeah, that's
thought,
bad.
Yeah, I thought I saw that Mitch had a Zeus in hand, but he might not.
I don't think he does. I think he's on literally all lands.
Yeah, I thought I saw it last turn, but maybe I was wrong. If he has a Zeus at this turn, it's going to be very good.
So gonna float some mana.
Okay, he must have a Zeus at this turn. Or, I don't know, what else are we playing?
I'm pretty sure it's all lands.
Yeah, it looks like it's just lands. He's saying okay. Okay, he's just going to crack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you just take him off file.
Yeah, I really now just dislike him throwing that Noble Hierarch away.
Yeah, I also don't like Lawrence not running the land out too last turn. Freebooter, it's just...
Gotcha.
Yeah, 6 lands. Nice try, buddy.
See, even Noble Hierarch, this turn you play a land and play it, it's still worth at least 2 damage here. And you get to keep the permanent in play.
Yeah. I also don't like that Lawrence is just not playing his lands out.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Like, it can only be bad. Like, I understand maybe holding Cavern, but, like, Mitch is not bringing in counter spells against your deck, so I think you might as well just slam it. Yeah, I mean, I think he was going to pop EE regardless. I could definitely see that being, like, a reason why, but I think he was going to pop the EE anyways, just because the vial by itself is worth so much in the matchup. Especially like now that like Lawrence hasn't played a land, it makes it so much more worth popping it.
Right. Mitch not doing a whole lot though, so
Well, the Colony Garden's going to let him just hold off a bunch of damage because he can keep bouncing it every turn. And if he has any way to play multiple lands a turn, looks like he has a Titan in hand too. Actually, it is. So.
Is that what he drew?
Yeah. Yeah, he has a Prime Time in hand, so he'll be able to play that in 2 turns, which looks like he'll be able to play Colony Gardens next turn.
Yeah, he could make another plant, soak up more damage.
Yeah, soak up some more damage. The problem is he doesn't have an Amulet.
There's a Meddling Mage.
Oh, he needs Primeval Titan with this, which he should. Yeah, a bunch of triggers. I'm assuming he named Primeval Titan, which basically ends the game.
Yep, exactly.
That's why we need a table judge so we can get confirmation.
Yeah, right.
This is 0-1. Then Prime Time comes down.
He drew another land, by the way.
I mean, the deck does run a lot of lands.
I was going to say, when you're playing so many lands. Let's see what you got, Larry. Can you close it out now? He's finally going to commit this.
I'm assuming he's naming humans.
Ooh.
And you're going to copy Thalia's Lieutenant. No. Why would he? If he copies Thalia's Lieutenant, doesn't he win this turn? Oh, he's got lethal anyways, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got lethal and he's
Actually,
just doing a check.
He actually doesn't have lethal this turn. 2, 3. Oh, no, he does. That's 5-6. Okay. He can block the Lieutenant, and then he's taking 6. Yep, okay, that's game.
All right,
Okay.
1-1. That was a very anemic draw from Mitch, though.
Yeah, it just sucked that he had to pop the EE when he had to, because otherwise it would have sped his draws up 1 turn faster, and then he would have been able to haste his Primeval Titan on curve in like turn 5 or 4.
All right, Dennis. My turn to drive. Game 3, Mitch on the play. I really think he's got this if he keeps a better hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about this Amulet Titan deck, though, is that you get draws like that relatively often, or if it's not like that, then you're just missing lands and you have like triple Azusa in hand. which is pretty brutal. The nice thing with the new set that's coming out, though, is you get the new Force, and the green Force will let you pitch your extra Azeuses, which gives you something to do with them. Because they're legendary, obviously you can't play more than one.
Right. I think we had a moment where he could have set up to transmute for another EE. That's a line.
Yeah, if he had a second one, which I'm assuming he probably runs 2 or 3, he could have, but then what does he put EE on 1, I guess? But then the Thales Lieutenant and the Freebooter are still getting in. If he puts it on 2, then he still has then he just copies the champion with the.
It also gets the
Fantastic
meddling
Abilities.
mage.
Yeah, I guess it catches meddling mage too. Oh, that's true. Then the Amulet Titan couldn't come down. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
That's probably the line.
Yeah, if he had another one in deck, for sure. It just depends on how many he has.
Watch your foot, mate.
It's not my fault, dude.
It's your flip-flop.
Totally wrapping around my flip-flop.
Oh, yeah, I wrapped it around your flip-flop.
100%.
You hear this, guys? The nerve.
Oh,
The absolute
at least
audacity.
At least I can post on Facebook.
You know what? You right. But you know what else? I don't care. Facebook sucks.
Yeah, you go to like 4chan now.
Ugh. I'm not going to 4chan.
You can find Tom on 4chan.
If you find me on 4chan, please lock me in the basement. Like,
I mean, isn't that like a requirement to get on 4chan? That's like the.
I'm pretty sure you already have to be like locked in a
I
basement.
think the CAPTCHA says like, how many hours a week are you in the basement? If it's anything less than 12, you are just not allowed on 4chan.
And they watch you.
Yeah. Have you seen?
We better be careful what we say because they're watching us.
Oh,
like,
true,
yeah,
true.
They're gonna like anonymous bomb GameStorm.
Oh no! Please don't dox me.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not like my real name is already used on here, so.
Yeah, the crap man.
Well, Mitch gains 2 here off of the Cabrillo Crossroads.
Oh boy, Magic the Gathering.
He'll probably bounce land and then be able to
Gain 2 more life.
Yep.
Health gaining, guys. That is the most fun and interactive way to play Magic.
Health gaining. Is this Yu-Gi-Oh? What is health?
That was my buddy Rob was like, dude, I'm gonna build this like sweet black and white health gaining deck. You don't even know, dude. I'm gonna gain like so much health. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Health gaining.
So he pathed. Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello?
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Hello. Yeah.
So, he pathed him here on his own turn, which I think is kind of interesting. I think pathing on his upkeep is better because if he just slams Mantis Rider here, Lawrence is so far ahead. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has Mantis Rider, but if he did here, pathing on main phase versus... I guess you have to because you need to play the bounce slam, which kind of sucks here, but...
The drawbacks of playing bounce lands.
Yeah, and not having any accelerant.
You're really seeing how anemic the deck looks when it doesn't have an accelerant. Ooh, that's big.
I mean, it's a little big, but the problem is that it doesn't stop him from playing Amulet. Like, it only stops...
It stops him from playing this Coalition Relic.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop him from playing this Azusa, though.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, Mitch's deck generates so much mana, and most of his non-creature spells are very,
Gonna go to 24 here for Mitch.
Very small mana.
Plays another land.
Yeah, and it also doesn't stop him from transmuting the...
He could play this card next turn.
It's Lyria West, yeah. Yeah, he won't be able to play Karn. He won't be able to really play anything off of it, though, because he'll only have access to, like... He obviously doesn't have
you don't have to play anything off of it immediately.
Yeah,
you just go find your ensnaring bridge, and that's the game.
Yeah, he's only got 5 mana left. I mean, it kind of is. Well, he gets to take Karn away now.
Yep, never mind.
Karn goes
Card
by.
sale freebooter.
He's like, yeah, we're taking Karn. Just take the Karn. This is not a hard choice.
I'm really hoping he's just like, oh man, mana generation. I need to take it away.
Okay, yeah, he's like, I'll take Karn. Does he have another one? Oh,
I don't know.
Messaging it? I actually like this a lot.
That's disgusting.
It just shuts off his mana.
Yeah.
See, the problem is he can just go grab... Oh, this would be kind of brutal.
Yeah, because he's only on 5 lands.
Well, he can transmute this next turn, and then EE for one, for two.
That's
Oh,
actually big.
actually, he can't EE for two. This is really hard because he has the cavern. And actually, no, he can. He can float a green off of it
Yeah.
and tap blue colorless, and then use the green, white, and do EE for two, and then literally wipe the entire board. Yeah. So
Nice noble hierarch.
if he finds that line, like he's just gonna have noble, and then he's just gonna blow his entire board up. It'll take an extra turn though.
I think he's if I had to guess, he's just gonna sit here and try to Titan. That would be my guess. Maybe though, he's sitting here counting.
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would have to just say pass this turn, and well, I mean, he'd have to transmute this turn for pack.
Why is he passing?
Yeah, I don't know why he's passing with the Tolaria West in hand.
Yeah, because you can only do that as a sorcery.
Yeah, and he can't transmute and pact for Titan in the same turn, or pact and play Titan in the same turn. It's interesting. I wonder if he's just going for the line of letting him play everything out, and then just going for EE.
Going for the gold EE. He's got another Phantasmal Image in his hand, too.
I don't think there's anything worth Phantasmal Imaging right now. I think you just hold it, and then if he does have EE and he eats the board away, you just Phantasmal Image, like, whatever your next good play is. Or worst case, you Phantasmal Image Hierarch and start hitting for 2 a turn. Which is really weak.
I think we're going to see... Ooh, there's a...
Yep. You got to pay the extra 1 for Thalia.
Yep.
That seems okay.
I don't know if Mitch has seen the line. Oh, he just drew an EE.
Wow.
What
Sick.
an animal.
Sick.
Yeah,
it's
right.
It's like he knew it was
Why
there.
would you transmute it if you're just going to draw it?
Yeah.
We're just a couple of idiots. Why would you ever play Magic?
Yeah, so this is the cool trick where you say, I'm paying EE X equals 1, and then you pay the Thalia tax with a color, and it comes in with an extra charge counter, or whatever counter it is. I believe it's a charge counter on it.
Yeah.
So that's why you saw him say X is equal to 1. So
That's brutal.
I think you just hold it. So
Yep.
you go, wait for forever.
Wait
Once
for
he
combat.
attacks, you just do it.
Blow him up.
See what he has in hand.
He's got a Knight of Autumn, a Phantasmal Image, and another Thalia. So he can rebuild, for sure. Is it going to be too slow, though? Because Mitch is going to be able to... He got to keep the Tolaria West, so he can transmute for a Titan now. I mean, he can't do it next turn, but he can Titan in 2 turns.
Yeah. Knight of Autumn's really awkward here because you almost want to just play it as just a 4/3 to beat down. Yeah, he's just going to pop it here. He's going to take it.
Wow. Takes 4. He's really just going to wait till the end step. He's going to choke Lawrence as long as he can on this turn.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't really have any of the 2-drops he wants to play, so...
He doesn't. So I actually really like this line from Mitch because it allows Lawrence, if he's got any 2-drops in his hand, not to play them on the second main phase. Which he does. He has a Thalia, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, like... Yeah, I guess being able to recast Thalia kind of sucks, but...
I'm definitely cool with paying 4 life to not let him play anything else in main phase 2. Because the majority of Lawrence's powerful cards in the matchup, Meddling Mage, Thalia, those are all 2-drops. Gaddock Teague.
This will be really interesting because if he pops it at end step here, the Thalia goes away, and then he gets to play his Karn without the Thalia tax.
Yeah.
So if he has something like Liquid Metal Coating in the sideboard, he can start going in with it. Or he can go grab something like Lattice and just force Lawrence to try to kill it. The problem is, like, Lattice is really questionable here to just go grab right away because it's oppressively bad if your Karn just gets killed because now you just have a 6-mana card in hand you can't cast. If he replays another Thalia the next turn, then he's got to wait a turn to cast it.
So here's the thing, though. For Lawrence, if you pop the E at end step, for Lawrence to be able to kill the Karn before he can play a Lattice, he would have to end step put in something for 1. It would be like Champion of the Parish and then untap and play another guy.
He would just need a Manus Rider. Manus Rider would just kill
That's
it right away.
True. But it's like exactly those though.
No, it's Manus Rider or Thalia's Lieutenant because I would put a counter on the Noble Hierarch, and then the Exalted would make it a 3-power. So if you were to hit it,
no, Exalted only brings it up to 2.
Oh, you're right. It would only be 2. And I guess he has the Azusa to block and the plant token, so it would have to be exactly Manus Rider.
So I'm totally fine with Karn. Go find a Lattice. You have 2 cards in hand. Play a Mantis Rider or die.
Yep. Yeah, with Vile only going to 2 as well. I guess if you drew Meddling Mage, that would be an out as well. Which that'd be pretty brutal if you just like Meddling Mages
He could also,
the
if he wants
lattice.
to, he could just Karn, play a land, go get Ensnaring Bridge, and next turn empty his hand and go find a lattice, and that's the game. Because he could play the bridge this turn too, use his mana efficiently.
He's playing
Or he's just
3.
going to play Wow, okay.
So that's
Yeah,
4
he's trying to
there.
jump. Yeah, it's just the same way to use the mana. Um, just a different 3 mana
Yep.
rock.
So let's see what he grabs. Oh, he's plussing?
That's
Oh, I guess
interesting.
that's not bad because you can plus and then it's down tick the next turn.
Yeah,
It
that's
keeps it from
actually really
dying.
nice. You're not under any pressure of dying.
Yep. He
Karn's
literally
not
has to
under any
draw
pressure of dying.
Mantis Rider or Meddling Mage next turn.
It,
Or
it
can he
Mantis
just...
Rider. It has to be Mantis Rider because then he can Mantis Rider and copy it. But can he cast both of them?
Yeah, because he can Vile in the Phantasmal Witch.
Oh yeah, he just drew another Phantasmal though. No, he drew a
Oh, yeah,
land.
I think he drew land.
That's right.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be
I think
game.
that's just gonna be game.
I mean, he can recast Thalia. He'll have access to 1, 2, 3, 4,
Thalia is
5,
not
6,
gonna
7.
matter.
Yeah, because Mitch will have access to 7 mana next turn.
Yep.
Which is actually a very smart play to play the Relic because it makes it so that way he doesn't have to draw an untapped land.
Yeah, he plays around the Thalia attacks that way. And then Lawrence is just gonna be locked out of spells. Heads up play here from Lawrence would be like play Knight of Autumn, pop your Coalition Relic, and then Violin Athalia, or do it the other. It doesn't matter really how you do it.
Well, you have to play the Knight. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was
I don't think I
bad.
agree with that. Oh, actually, well, I guess with that line of worked. No, I mean, because the thing that sucks about Vile is that you can't like put a Vile trigger on the stack while Lattice is there, and then like put a Hierarch into play or anything, or put not a Hierarch, put a Knight of Autumn into play because the Autumn will resolve and the trigger will go in the stack before the Lattice resolves. So there's no way you can like do any trick with that. You
Yeah.
can't float mana to do it. So
I mean, you could, but my line here is like, you kill the Coalition Relic and then you put him on draw an untapped land, and that's what I think
he
he's
should do
doing.
that.
Yeah,
Yep. So it needs to draw an untapped
because
land
next turn
here.
he can start pressuring the Karn.
Well,
Kinda.
what's really interesting here is that actually wasn't that bad of a line because now he can file in the Phantasmal image to copy the Knight of Autumn.
That's what I'm
If he
saying.
minuses Karn to grab something like Bridge, which Bridge actually isn't really that great here because, oh, let's see, what did he grab?
Ooh,
That's
he's just gonna go for it. Yeah.
I mean, sure, you can cast that, but then he can just Phantasmal image and then blow it up, I guess.
Yeah, but you still got the 2 worms, and you've got
Yeah.
Karn still.
See if he draws Reflector Mage, that'd be a huge draw. Champion of the Parish, I think, up the top.
Yeah, I think so. Not very good. I mean, Mitch is just next turn. He's gonna be able to go find Mycosynth Lattice if he wants it.
Well, and he still needs to find an untapped land. He did not find a land that turn. So he still only has 6 mana. He can start beating
That's
down.
true.
He can just start beating down with the.
Yeah, Worm Coil's just like good enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, at least now you can just like say go, and then whenever he goes to attack with Worm Coil, you just activate your vial and put in the copy of the Knight of Autumn. He should wait on this. There's no point in blowing it up now.
Yeah, you
Unless
should
he's
wait until
copying.
combat.
Yeah,
Because now he's gonna get to attack with the worms if he wants,
yeah.
which he probably doesn't want to actually.
I mean, the only thing is that if you do it now, you can like get a decently profitable attacking with Thalia, but then like you're just gonna kill it. So like, there's no reason to play it.
What'd he do?
I have no idea what just happened there. Did he not? What mode did he gain for life? That doesn't make any sense.
Karn stops Vial. Yeah.
Oh shit. That would be smart if I knew what the cards do. You're right. It does stop Vial. He can put counters on it in his upkeep still. It's not an activated ability, right? But
Yeah.
oh, this is actually probably just game. We drew Amulet.
He's got a bridge in his hand.
Yeah, he minus for the bridge.
He's got a couple of dorks.
So I did that one. So now he has access to 5 mana now.
Just play out your hand.
Yeah, you can play out most of it. He needs to play out the extra 1 for bridge. So you can play the Tribe Scout, and then he can play bridge, and then he has 1 card in hand, so like nothing can attack.
You can play
Yeah.
both Tribe Scouts if you want.
No, he had to pay the extra for bridge.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't really know what he's drawing to now, honestly.
Nothing.
He's one card in here. There's like not much left. So he just wrote Knight of Autumn. But he's drawn Knight of Autumn.
Even still, like, next turn you just go get the Lattice.
Yeah, but then Karn dies, so it doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, if that was exactly Night of Autumn, which if it was, he would have played it.
Yep.
So it wasn't.
Another Amulet. Tax. There you go. Oh, it's not going to matter. We should pay one more. Turn your Amulet into a creature.
Do it. What do we got? Another land.
Oh.
Yay.
Mr. Rising Canopy draws you a card.
Yep.
Draw.
Dismember? Yep.
Is that what it is? So there's still nothing you can do with it.
That's why I don't like it in the match. It does not. It doesn't hit the fatties. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's still good in the first like 4 turns of the game though. Usually. Yeah, next turn you can lattice him.
Yeah. You
So
can't
he's got
attack.
1,
You
2,
can't
3,
cast spells.
4.
Oh boy, a noble hierarch
Trigger.
puts a +1/+1 counter on the champion of the parish. That's in attack mode.
So what could he? Could he? Let me see. So he has 1, 2, 3. He only has 4 attackers here, and against 5 blockers. Even if he dismembered one, it still wouldn't get any damage through the Karn.
Can't wait
So-
till Karn gets banned.
What the? Wow.
Oh!
Sick beats. Attack for 2. Dismember.
That noble hierarch should still be dead.
Yeah, it's got Death Touch. You should gain 1.
Go tell him.
He's got it, I think.
Oh. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Go find the worms. Oh my god.
Why even bother? Why even bother? Game's over next turn.
Just lazy. Dan took all the time
Oh, he's paying that.
telling John to collect these tokens.
Not me, Dan. Other Dan.
Word to Ferg.
Grab a lattice.
We missed you, Eric. Welcome back.
Is he not? This is like
What are you doing?
this is the same thing as before. But I say like, start plussing your Jace. Like
This is way more egregious.
Don't restart the game.
This is way more egregious.
I mean, this also ends the game too, so I'm not like that mad about it because this ends the game like actually quicker than Lattice because he already has them locked out. I mean, Lattice just makes it so he actually can't do anything, but this. Okay. I mean, it just takes like.
I mean, you do Lattice, you tick up Karn once, and then go find the Ballista. Lattice just says Lawrence has nothing. Couldn't have done that if there was a Lattice in play. Oh, I guess there's a Summoner's Pact in hand.
Oh, wait. That doesn't work like that. It needs to target an artifact.
Yeah.
No, it needs to target an artifact. Right? Isn't that how Karn works?
I don't know,
Can you pull
man.
Karn up real quick? Because I'm pretty sure it needs to target an artifact, right? Oh, no, never mind. I messed up. Okay, that does make sense. He targeted Worm Coil with Phantasmal Image.
Oh.
That's why he has 3/3s. That makes a lot of sense then. I thought for sure he was targeting the Knight of Autumn was out there.
Love seeing my Amulet out there. I'm a big fan of this deck, too. Karn's just a degenerate, though.
I wonder if he names Lattice with this, although that does absolutely nothing because he just ballistas it down.
Degenerate Karn. You know, I thought the 4-mana Karn was already really good.
And he turns that into a 0/0. So you go to CMC.
Yep, that sucks. Look at how upset Larry is.
Bye-bye 3/3.
Don't make me do it, man.
he needs to have liquid metal coating and just wasteland him out of the game, too.
Pump the Ballista.
Yeah, put 2 counters on it. Shoot that. I think is it Metal Image a 2/2? Or is it a 2/1?
It's a 2/2.
Oh, he shot it twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Freebooter.
You can have a
2%
summoner's
respect.
pack.
Yeah.
You want to make the game even worse on yourself, Larry?
How about we just shoot that one next turn?
Yeah, right? Larry, go home, right?
I mean, I honestly don't even know why he's bothering shooting the creatures.
He just drew a path
just start
to...
shooting face.
No, you know, he's correct to shoot the creatures.
Why? He has the...
Because you just run him out of resources. If Larry's not willing to scoop, you make him sit here. Larry should be scooping to this. I'm all for if you're dead, be a good player and scoop.
I mean, like, whatever is, like, possibly even lines for...
Ova, exactly. He has worm tokens. You know what? Spell that in all uppercase and lowercase letters, Eric, because you sound stupid talking about some worm tokens.
Get my packs back. He could even, like, pact for Rex Sage and blow up Vile.
Yeah.
Just, like, why not? Like, just why
Get the
not?
jank beats on.
And then start, like, just keep a card in hand and start hitting with it.
That's fantastic. One counter. He doesn't even bother. He just plays another Azusa.
Jesus Christ.
What a jerk. I love it.
I
love that he's on the same bandwagon here. He's like, you know what, Larry? You don't scoop. Yeah, shut up, Thomas Denby.
I mean, like, you kind of had to because he has to get the cards out of hand. So, like, I get why he's playing it. Gaddock Teague is, like, not even relevant right now.
Yeah, nice Gaddock Teague.
Yeah.
Nice 2-mana 2/2 fool.
Should have just left it in hand.
He should have scooped. I love Mitch taking his time here thinking about the lines. The salt is so strong.
There we go, another counter. Add another counter. Shoot Gaddock Teague twice.
This is fantastic.
Oh my god, this is like...
He won't even go in with the Death Touch worm. Oh, now can we go get the lattice?
Okay. Yeah, but he has to... Play the Kite Silver Rebooter.